You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and today we have an exclusive for y'all. We're going to be talking to the one and only Natasha Perez, co-star of Selena. It's on Netflix, and man, I'm telling you, season 2 is crazy, is amazing, and it's an honor to have Natasha because she's going to talk about this character that I think a lot of people are going to be talking about. But before we do, I just want to welcome her to the show and say, how you doing?
I am doing very well, Shamaya. It's a pleasure to hear your voice.
Well, this character that you're playing in Selena's series, let's break it down for the audience because I'm telling you, people are going to be talking about this. What is the character you're playing? And tell us a little bit about this character.
Well, for those that are new to Selena, the series, is the story of the Tejano singer Selena. And the part of the story, unfortunately, is how her life ended in the hands of the president of her fan club. Her name was Yolanda Saldivar. And in the show, I portray her. And they're gonna see little by little how she starts to become a part of her life, personal life and career life. And I'm not gonna tell you more because I don't want to spoil it.
Now, Natasha, we all know, like actress and actors, when playing the character that everyone doesn't like, how do you accept that when it's outside the filming stuff? Because it's not always fun playing the bad character, but in your case, it's talent. So how does that feel?
Well, at the beginning, it was very nerve-wracking, of course, because it was like, oh, my God, how are people going to see how they're going to start throwing rocks at me? What's going to happen? But at the same time, I try to keep my focus on the role, on the task at hand. To paraphrase Michael Gelman, who's one of my beloved teachers, he said, you are not responsible for the results. You're only responsible for the journey and for being present and to do what you can to create a character. So that's what I did. I make sure that I researched as much as I could, that I try to be as faithful as the original as I could in order to serve the story. And the story is about Selena. So I think I'm happy with the result of the character because in the show and the way I haven't seen it, I'm only in episode 1 because I didn't get to see it before because we've been very busy auditioning for other projects and I'm finishing my album and stuff. So I barely 2 days ago, I got to see the first episode and I'm not on the first episode. So I was like, oh, okay. So you guys, or at least you, if you're on episode 3, like you're one step ahead of me. But for the little bit, because I got to dub it in Spanish, but I didn't get to see the final edited version. So I just got to dub some of my scenes. And, there's always, they end up choosing one scene over the other. So I don't know what ended up staying at the end. But the little bit that I got to see, I was very proud. I was like, okay, what I set myself to do, it's out there and it is helping telling Selena's story. So I'm excited to share it with y'all.
And for those just listening, we're talking to Natasha and you talked about my voice, but your voice is on legit platforms like Nickelodeon, all these other amazing places. And you're also, like you just said, a singer-songwriter. Man, you do everything. So when it comes to just being in the entertainment business, what do you say to all the youngins out there who are inspired by you and want to follow your steps?
I would say prepare yourself. Education is very, very important. So study, but also make sure that you live balanced and full life, because in order to be an artist, you have to live. Because we portray people if we're actors and we communicate emotions as musicians. So it is important that we are aware of those emotions, that we have experiences in life so we can, communicate them if we're writing a song, or that we get to have and live the journey of different characters. So just follow your dreams, make sure that you study and devour everything. There's so much content out there that it's it's just impossible. Like if you decide that you want to be something, there's nothing that can stop you, because it doesn't matter. Like, okay, you don't have the means, you don't have the connections, but there are roadmaps out there that all we need to do is to look for them. Like right now, like during the pandemic, I do have to say, it's not that I could go out there and start researching this, but I just realized that I could go into the public library archives and to like read articles from like 1995 just with a click of a button, so there's nothing really that can stop us right now. So whatever you want to do, just make sure that you meditate, that you really want it, and just little goals. Just like, okay, where do I see my life in the next 2 to 5 years? And then visualize it, and then meditate on it, and then make a plan of action and just do it.
I could feel your vibes from the host and producer experience that you got from pop and rock Latino radio station in LA. I mean, you definitely held it down on this interview. When it comes to the mindset and the dreaming big and the focus, what's the legacy you want to leave for people?
If you ask me my dream, I would love what my boyfriend called a gigot, which is a Goya, which is the equivalent, the Spanish equivalent of an Oscar. It's like an Emmy, a Grammy. I don't want anything. No, but I would love to be able to continue telling stories, and a good amount of them I would love to be some of our Latino stories, because I think it's important. Representation to me is very important, to be able to see our faces out there in all sorts of light, good light. Sometimes there's bad light, because there's good and bad sides to everything. But, it excites me to see that thanks to the fight of a lot of people, there is space and hunger for listening to diverse stories and stories from all sorts of different cultures. And, Selena is a great example of that. We opened up in December to be number one in 23 countries. Not all of them were of Spanish-speaking countries. So it was very exciting to see that there is not only Selena, but also it's part of what we are here for, to get to hear the cultures of this planet and to become better human beings by understanding each other.
Once again, you've been listening to I Am Refocus Radio, talking to Natasha Perez, co-star Selena. The series, man, it returned for the second season. It's on Netflix. Y'all go check it out. And thank you, Natasha, for being on the show.
Thank you so much. And good morning, San Antonio.
Hey, it's Shyamalan Reed with I Am Refocus Radio. Make sure you go to IamRefocusRadio.com to listen to today's episode. Once again, like we always say, keep God first, stay focused, and peace.